What's up, everybody? Hope you guys are having a sweet day. I'm Biscuit Dog, and we're back in Rimworld. I've been building quite a lot over the weekend, trying to get our colony in Alpha 17 back to the place it was before the Alpha dropped and destroyed it, and killed us all. I think I've got it there. I think I've gotten kind of a bit further than that, so I'm going to stop building off of screen now, and we're just going to do this together the whole way. This is as far as I've gotten. So I pretty much mirrored the last colony. I've added a little more too, actually, so let's take a little tour. Here's the kitchen. You guys saw that last time, I think. Everything's working well. I've added a second freezer because it was taking really long to freeze stuff. Now stuff is freezing pretty quickly. Obviously that takes up quite a lot more power usage though, but it's convenient. I've added a double door here to insulate us more. What else have we done in here? Okay, while everyone's been digging, everyone was digging. As you can see, we've dug a huge hole in this mountain. And while everyone was digging, Midnightly was cooking. So he's made 624 meals. Some of them even fine meals, but these we're forbidding so that we can sell these to passers-by and make some silver, because trading's been tweaked in Alpha 17 and it's much harder to make money. Stuff that you sell is worth a lot less money, so you gotta plan stuff out. Alright, what else is happening? Alright, here's our kill box. I've tidied it up quite nicely. We can't make turrets yet, so while we can't make turrets, I've put some sandbags here just for when a mad animal or a raid comes, we can post all our people with guns behind these sandbags and have a better chance at killing everybody. Also, in here I've added, this is like the research center, you guys know, and the crafting center. So we're making clothes here, we're making bricks here. We're gonna have some tool cabinets here just to boost the whole situation. So what a tool cabinet does, if I'm not mistaken, increases work speed. It needs to be placed near a workbench. One workbench can be simultaneously linked to only 2 tool cabinets. Right, so these cabinets are going to link up to the workbenches and make them work faster, which is pretty cool. Also, we've got 3 fermenting barrels here to make beer. I think this beer is almost ready. 7.3%. I feel like the beer should have... Ah, yes, we've got beer. Ha! Look at that. 24 beers. So we've got like 74 beers. That's not bad. Alright, let's get back on track here. Okay, so this is the crafting center, so we've got a lot of our resources just piled up in here, like wood and stone blocks and stuff like that. But not all of them, because it's too small. So the stone chunks and things I've annexed to this corner over here. I've kind of carved out a nice square area, and this is where we put all our stone chunks while we're mining away at the mountain. It's getting quite full though, so we're gonna have to convert most of these into blocks, I think, and then find a good place for blocks. So that's where stone sits. The one thing about this biome is that there's very few trees, and I've tried to grow some oak trees here, but oak trees take a really long time. A really long time to grow. That one's ready, actually, so we'll harvest that one. Harvest it for me. They should do it automatically anyway. But there's really not a lot of wood in this biome. It's very deserty, as you can see. We've got some cactuses, some cacti, rather, and some poplar trees, and 1 or 2 oak trees, but it's really not that good. So what I did was, around the corner here, I planted like a forest of trees, just so that we could have enough wood when we needed it. And then I made like a log cabin here so that we can store all our wood without having to go all the way around the side and put it in here and clutter things up with wood. That's no good. Also, I made a second freezer for beer, smoke leaf, and hops, just so that we can separate the areas a little bit. And we've got a place to hold our smoke leaf and our wort for beer and our hops for beer. And the cool thing about beer is once it's made, same as smoke leaf joints, is it doesn't go off. You don't need to refrigerate it. So I've got like a drug production facility slash medicine factory over here. We're actually gonna add... Where is that damn thing? I just researched a drug lab. There it is. So we're gonna add a drug lab right now. Why not? Right, so here's the idea. This side will make drugs, and this will be the drug storage area. High security, you know what I'm saying? And just next to it here is Ward 1 of our hospital. Here's Ward 2. Ward 2 is not ready yet because Ward 1 has sterile flooring, which will stop our colonists from getting infected by each other if they have infections, which is really cool. War merchant from the Red Crag Unification. Relationship. A caravan from the Red Crag Unification is approaching. Well, they're a war merchant, so they're obviously selling armor and weapons, but that stuff's real expensive. We might have to sell them a whole bunch of food to afford a weapon. I don't think they're gonna buy food, and I don't think we're gonna afford a weapon this time. So you can see here, Hay House died. It's a tragedy. Rip Hay House. And I was doing so well with Hay House because if you look at his health, he had lots of injuries. He'd been attacked by a cougar. It's a long story. He'd been attacked by a cougar pretty badly. And he was surviving. He was doing okay. Only he contracted an infection that I didn't notice. And the infection killed him. To that end, though, last caravan that came through here, we bought 12 antibiotics. Penoxycyline. 12 penoxycyline, so that's pretty good. That'll stop infections, hopefully. And then we've got 102 smoke leaf joints to sell to people, or to smoke if we get stressed or sick, which is pretty cool. And then, like I said, 74, it's become 73 beers, and we're making more beer right now. So that's cool. We did grow a whole bunch of hops, and we had so much food at some point while we were carving this place out. We had so much food that we couldn't fit it in here. So I got rid of a lot of the fields, and I stopped planting on some of the fields. These fields are good now. I'm doing these 3 right now. So I'm doing strawberries, corn, and rice right now, and I've got a tiny little cotton field that we're using to make some cloth for these armchairs and stuff like that. We've also got a potato field, but I'm not using that at the moment. Oh, that's not a potato field. That's a psychoid plant. That's a psychoid plant field in preparation for the drugs lab, right? So there's a whole bunch of stuff we need to make drugs with, including research, which we don't have yet. So this drug lab is just going to sit there for a while until we've researched one or more of the recipes that you need to make medicine. I see here I'm learning how to refine psychoid leaves into flake and yayo, which is drugs, and you can sell that for quite a lot of money, so that's pretty cool. It's just going to take a while, but what I did see, though, is that you can learn penoxycyline production, which is pretty cool. A disease prevention drug, you see? Sometimes you need stuff like that. Oh my word, look at this. It's a big... Humps? Trade with humps. They got camels, these guys. I wonder if they got camels for sale. Well, hello. I'm not buying a boom rat. I'm not buying boom rats from you. Although a male and a breeding pair of boom rats would be cool. Man, I had an idea for boom rats, you guys. I had a sweet idea for boom rats. Like a boom rat moat. Check this out. So you make some kind of zone that people have to get through. Kind of like the dead zone at the front of the... At the front of the caves there, where you're going to put turrets and what have you, that place you guys want me to build for safety. So what you do is, you make a kind of zone like that in front of your door, and then you tame a bunch of boom rats, and you get them to breed, and you make that area their animal area, and then you train them to attack. So the idea is if people come to raid, boom rats just go attack, and if those dudes have guns, the boom rats will explode. They might blow a hole in the side of the base, though. Come to think of it, depending on how many boom rats you've got. Ooh, look, we have 131 smoke leaf joints, and we can sell them for $5.23. That's quite a lot of money. We've got 232 now. What guns do these guys have? These guys are arms dealers, and they don't have any firearms. That's pretty stupid. I'm just saying. They got a lot of cowboy hats. Clubs. Beer. You guys want to buy beer? $5.70? Yeah. Yeah, let's sell these guys some stuff, man. Let's sell them 30 beer. $30 beer. Yes. And 31 joints. Yes. Alright, $333 coming our way. That's something. I can't believe these guys are arms dealers and they don't have any guns for sale. Steel shift, this is all useless. Herbal medicine, we'll take some of that. Do they have any normal medicine? Doesn't look like it. Boom rats, they've just got boom rats. We'll take, yeah, $150 worth of medicine. Do they have any proper medicine? Doesn't look like it. We can't sell them fine meals. Alright, fine. Good times. We just bought herbal medicine. Alrighty. Back to the tour. Alright, still more stuff to check out. So, we've got our food production facilities here. We've got our farming going on down here. We've got all the crafting stuff, most of the crafting stuff going on in here. We've got a little storeroom for the stuff we might need for crafting that needs to be refrigerated. Down here we've got a little room, I don't know what. we have to decide what to do with this. We could expand this freezer into this area here too, and then we could have a bigger freezer. That's possible, I suppose. Right, then down here we have our prison facilities, and we have 2 raiders in our prison facilities, and we're trying to convert them right now. So if you click prisoner, you see it says chat and recruit. So once a day someone will come in here and give them food, have a chat with them and try and recruit them. It hasn't worked yet, and they've been here for quite a while, but eventually it should work. And then we'll have 2 more guys. And these are savages. These are tribesmen hardened by violence and war, ready to fight and die for us. These are the kind of guys we need. These are the kind of guys we need. The rest of this is just kind of placeholder planning things. This isn't necessarily what it will look like when it's done, but it's just to give me an idea of the spaces, I suppose, and how big they are down here. We've got our 4 bedrooms done, and we've got our dining room social area done. I even put a skull on the floor, which I think is the coolest thing I've probably ever done. But I don't know if you guys can see it, but it's there. It's in the block. See, it's missing a tooth. Yeah, I thought it was pretty damn cool. Also here I've messed around with some tiles on the floor. Okay, so what we've got here is our dining room slash place to play chess slash place for dog to chill out. Bedrooms over here. Then down here we've got like a rec room with a pool table and a party square, and we'll put other kind of joy related activities in there when we unlock some more. We put an indoor horseshoe in here, the horseshoe pin, which is yeah, moving right along, we've got the hospital facilities, like I said earlier. This is sterile tile, so that these guys won't cross-infect each other if they have infections. I think that's how that works. There isn't any sterile tile underneath the beds, because it's quite expensive. You guys tell me if that's a problem, because I don't know. And I'm going to sterile tile this area too, and this is going to be the 2nd ward. And then what we'll do is we'll store some medicine and maybe some penoxysilene in these cupboards here. Alright, so colony's pretty much up and running. Stuff is going quite smoothly. We've got over 600 meals. That's pretty good. More food incoming soon. We're not going to run out of food anytime soon unless this freezer breaks and everything rots. That would be terrible. Actually, we had about 850 food and that happened. And the first whole batch of food we made rotted away, and it was sad, you guys. I think it was a solar flare that cut out all the power. Wasn't good. I hate those solar flares. This is risky, actually. Keeping so much food in one place is quite risky because anything can happen. Oh, there's a thrombo visiting. I won't go anywhere near these things. They're psychotic. I mean, they're pretty friendly, but don't try hunt one unless you've got machine guns. That's my advice to you. We've got some elephants down here too. We massacred a whole herd of elephants already to survive the early game. We've got some elephants down there. I thought there was another herd up here, but it doesn't... Oh yeah, there they are. There's another herd up here. So we've got quite a few elephants. There's some ostriches out here too. One of them's even self-tamed, which is kind of weird. He's down here somewhere. Yeah, there's our self-tamed ostrich, and I'm just kind of letting him mingle with the wild ostriches to see if he can tame another one. If we can have a... Everyone's eating pemmican. That's obviously their travel food. Maybe we should take pemmican on the road. So, another thing I'd like to add is MISC, a caravan parking spot. Designates a spot where caravans will be formed. I thought that's a pretty cool idea. So is it these? Is it this caravan? If I click that there, will they go to the caravan parking spot? Or is this caravan parking spot for us to pack our caravan? I'm so unsure of it. Designates a spot where caravans will be formed. Formed, you see. So I think that's for us, like a rally point for our caravan, but I'm not sure. We'll try it out, because we'll have to go on the road at some point soon, just to check it all out. I literally want to go check out the roads, because I haven't seen any of the roads yet. And see how they work and see how quickly you go along the roads. This is real bad conditions. They're prisoners, so the conditions aren't supposed to be rosy, but it's concrete floors, there's not even beds, there's just designated sleeping squares, a stool, and a light. That's it. The walls are hewn from stone, there's no blocks, just concrete. It's a hard life. Come on over. I'll get you a nice warm bed, some good food. Come on, Squiddy. Yes? Would you like to? Come on, pal. No? You're bad. You'll spend one more day in the tank. Social. What do we got? Chipper Norris. He's becoming friends with Squid. Midnight also is becoming friends with Squid, and Stagecoach, kind of, but Chipper most importantly. Okay, so it looks like the caravan rally spot is not for outside caravans, or these guys would presumably be moving up here. It looks like this is for us. Ah, yes. Just before I started the video, 2 huskies randomly just joined the colony as well, and they're male and female. Yeah. So hopefully they start breeding, and we can have some husky puppies. We can sell some puppies to the caravans that come by. I've got them hooked up so that we're ready to train them in everything. What's really cool about dogs is that they can haul stuff. So once you fully train them, they can, and you've got like a big haul order to move a bunch of wood or something, the dogs will come help, which is really, really cool. What is Grandma researching right now? What are we researching? Oh yes, psychite refining. Okay, that's cool. Now, we did year-round, growing season, here now. So let's sow it. Looks like we haven't yet sown it. No? Come on, Grandma. Sow that area. We're gonna need some of that. Cool. So in here, this is all a big mess right now. We're gonna need to order this all out. So the clothes, the wood, the cloth, the blocks, they're all in here together, and that's not good. I think inside here we should have like cloth, blocks, wood, and that's it. Like the silver, all these clothes, all of our that should be in like a clothing place. We should make another new place for that. We're gonna have to find out a good spot for some clothes. And as we like dissect the floor area here into different zones, like I had done here. This was the raw food zone and this was all the meal zones, but it got crazy because this got too full and I had to change me plans. So quite a lot has gone on since the last time you guys saw this, but like I said, I'm not going to play this without you guys from this point onwards. We're going to do it all together from here. Because it's no fun me just doing everything and then showing you what I've done. Stuff happens in between, like huskies join, people die, you know, interesting stuff. The meats between the ribs of this game. Okay, and here's obviously like a loose planning for future ideas. So, we've got this massive corridor that goes down here, and we could have spaces down here and spaces over here. What I think is that the first thing we're going to run out of here is going to be bedrooms, because we've only got 4. So I'm thinking 5 and 6 over here, maybe 7 and 8 and 9 over there. 9 will be good for a while, because we've only got 5 members now, so that's an extra 4. That'll last us for a bit, and then eventually maybe split this into 2 and have 10, 11, 12, and 13. These look like storerooms. Then down here, this is my idea for the super vault. So when we get a lot of gold and all sorts of cool stuff, we'll make this single passageway down here and then have a door on each block, pretty much. Stone doors, you know, like high, super high security. And another 2 crazy doors here in the inner sanctum. And this will be like the inner shell of the safe room, where we can put all kinds of really super valuable stuff, and then the kind of just averagely valuable stuff can go in the outer ring here. That's my idea. Tell me what you guys think. Wow. So we've got to start thinking about smoke leaf fields and hops fields and amassing stuff to go trade in a caravan. Obviously I've named the last guy Stagecoach. He's going to be our caravan guy for now. He's the first guy we're going to send off in a caravan and see what happens. But we've just got to get a bunch of stuff loaded up in our caravan so we've got decent stuff to sell. Oh yes, also, I don't think we have a weapons bench yet, which we need. No, we don't, which is ridiculous. So, I think we have researched something like that. Stonecutter, brewery. No, we still can't make weapons, so we've really got to research that. That's terrible. Oh my word. That was not a very good planting job. Not a very good planting job at all. Everyone's asleep now. Good grief. Like I said, I'm not going to play this game without you guys. We're going to play it from here on in. It's going to be all of us, all together, all the time. Yeah, I think I'm going to leave it here for today, you guys. Thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed it, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.